Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike Oski's Kitchen. My name is Mike Oski and I'm the chef of this kitchen. And if you're tuning in, boy, I sure hope you're being a chef of yours. Look, you've been great to be here. I love you coming into the kitchen and cooking things together and putting food down for your families. It's always like I say, if you cook it, they will come. My favorite time of year is fall, and I love fall for all different types of reasons. I love fall for the weather, fall for the sports, I love football. Love fall for the food. Food, my favorite type of fall food. That means soups and stews and crock pots and like cheesy dips and things like that. I love fall food. So we're gonna kick fall off with this wonderful, wonderful dish that may be a little untraditional, but if you're Polish, you'll love it. If you're not Polish, you're gonna really love it because it's very simple to make. Very simple ingredients, very minimal, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The name of this dish is called creamy pierogi soup. I know it sounds kind of strange, but creamy pierogi soup. It is so good. It is so easy to make. If you ever had chicken gnocchi soup or something like that, similar, but we're using some Polish flavors with the pierogi, with the kielbasa, with some different other flavors. So anyway, let me show you what's in it, and we're going to get to work. So simple. Salt and pepper, of course. We have some olive oil. Gotta have olive oil. Kielbasa, okay? You can use smoked sausage if you want. It doesn't matter. I won't hate you because you're not using kielbasa, but I like kielbasa. Some green onions for garnish. Shredded carrots. Don't shred the carrots by yourself. Just buy them in a bag. It's that much easier. My goodness, you get them right at the grocery store. We're gonna use 1 white onion. Of course, some garlic. And we're gonna use chicken broth. I got 32 ounces or 4 cups. And then pierogi. Now look. These are the minis, okay? You can buy these at the store, and I know a lot of you purists out there love to say, hey, how about the homemade ones? How about, a lot of you don't have homemade ones on hand. I have them on hand, but I save them for when I really want pierogi. Or go to a Polish deli. Some of us don't have Polish delis around. Get to the grocery store, pick up some teas, Mrs. T's, get the minis, and you're gonna enjoy them. So if you want to use your homemaders or deli bot, use those. It's fantastic. No worries. We're gonna use some half and half. It calls for heavy cream. You can use half and half. I like half and half. And then of course some sour cream, and then baby spinach. Okay. So I'm gonna show you what to do next. The only really chopping you have to do for this is the kielbasa or the sausage, like I said. And the onion. That's about it. And then we're going to go head over to the hot spot, spend most of our time over there putting this together. Wait till you see how it comes together. You're going to love this. It's a great warm up your belly, warm up your chest type of soup with wonderful Polish flavors. I'll be right back. All right, hey, welcome back. Before we head over to the hot spot, I just want to show you what we did. All you got to do, very simple. This is all the cutting you have to do. You take those 14 ounces of kielbasa or sausage or whatever you want to put, and then you just cut it up in little bite-sized pieces, little chunks. And then I just cut up an onion, just diced it up, no big deal. And I cut up about 2 cups of spinach. That's it. Now, we are gonna do something with these green onions, but that's more of a garnish, and I'll show you what to do with that later. But right now, we're gonna head over to the hot spot. We're gonna spend the rest of the time over there putting this thing together, and we're gonna have creamy pierogi soup. You're gonna love it. I'll see you over there. All right, great. First thing we wanna do is we wanna make sure that we take care of the pieces and parts of this soup. We have our kielbasa, we have our onion, and we have our spinach. That's going to go in a little later, but right first we're going to take this onion and kielbasa, put it right into the pan, and then we're going to put our garlic in there as well. So let's go ahead and do the garlic. You can do 2 tablespoons. I like to do a little bit more. There's 1, there's 2. Let's go with 1 more. So there's our garlic, okay? Next thing we want to go ahead is take out our kielbasa. Just going to go ahead and push that guy in there. All the kielbasa. We're going to cook all this together into one little happy family, and then we'll take care of this spinach here in a minute. So I'm adding the onion in too as we do this. There we go. And then the onion's in. Let's put the spinach aside for a minute. Now let's get a mix on this. We want to kind of coat it in. I put about a tablespoon or so, or 2 of olive oil, just enough to get a coating on this wonderful looking trilogy. I like to call it that because there's 3 things, trilogy, you get it? Kielbasa, onion, and garlic. Beautiful. Now, why not? We gotta add a little love to it, a little bit of salt. About a teaspoon or so, not much. and pepper to taste. And I, being of Polish heritage, like a lot of pepper. You can go more, you can go less. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this on medium. And what we want to do is get everything kind of cooked together. We want to start browning the kielbasa, and we want that onions to start to brown as well. So it'll be about, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes of slow cooking, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like, and then we'll go to the next step. Be right back. And welcome back. Hey, we're about ready done here. You can see the kielbasa. It's starting to brown really nice. The onions are starting to caramelize. Of course, that garlic is cooking in really nicely. One thing I like to do, now this is totally optional and up to you. I love the taste of wines in food. So I'm going to use a little bit of white wine. It's a Pinot, okay? I'm going to use a 1/4 cup only. I'm just going to drop that in there. And I'm going to let it cook into this wonderful mixture. And we want this thing to be reduced all the way to about nothing, but mixing the wine into the kielbasa, into the onion and the garlic is going to make an excellent flavor. I mean excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer down and reduce all the way to about nothing. And then we'll take it to the next step and start putting the soup together. I'll be right back. All right, great. So here we go. That wine has reduced very nicely. And what I'm going to do, because this is going to have to go somewhere, I'm going to slide it off the heat, and I'm going to bring my pot. This is where we're going to cook our soup in, okay? In here, I have 32 ounces or 4 cups of chicken broth. But we want to thicken it up a little bit, so I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of flour. I like to put that in there before I put it in there, and I'll just mix it up really quick inside here. Get a good mix on it. It will break down as you cook. At least get it mixing. I'm just going to go ahead and transfer this right into this pan, this pot. Okay. And we'll keep mixing it. Some of those chunks of flour will come out. Now, since we did, so you can just kind of do that. Since we did that, now let's take what we've made so far, and let's just go ahead and transfer it all into there. We got more to go, so hang on. Don't let anybody stand behind you. Now, we're going to go ahead and mix this all together. Get it boiling. We want to get up to a boil, let it boil for a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and take it down. And then we're going to add our carrots. I have carrots and some cream and all that kind of good stuff. I'll show you what we're going to do when we come back. I'll be right back. Okay, great. Since this is now boiling, we've got it down to a simmer now. It's going good. I'm going to add my carrots. About a cup of carrots. That's all we're going to do. And we're going to mix that in. And the next step I'm going to show you is how we're going to make a little bit of a cream sauce. I'll be right back with that. Okay, great, we're back. This is our final step of the really heavy cooking stuff. We got a couple things to add that are just adds and shakes. What I did here, I took a cup of half and half. Like I said, you can use heavy cream. And I took a 1/4 cup of sour cream. So I mixed those together in this one bowl. I'm just going to add it right to the soup. And then what we're going to do, mix that up. See how that nice color changes happen? Yep. See, that looks great. Bring this back up to a simmer, and then we're going to add our pierogi. And then we'll keep mixing it as we go. And then after that, sprinkle in the rest of that spinach, and we're ready to eat. So I'll be right back. Okay, great. Our soup's at a nice little simmer here. Keep mixing it, because mixing it's going to thicken up the soup. You're using half and half, or if you're using heavy cream, the mixing will make it thicker. So that's what you want to do, is just slowly mix it as you're doing that. Now, we got a nice little heat to it. I'll take the spoon out, and let's add our pierogi. Just add them as you will. We're going to get these pierogi nice and warm with it. We're going to cook it for another 6 to 7 minutes with the pierogi in there. And then we'll add some spinach. And guess what, folks? We have creamy pierogi soup. Now, easy when you mix the pierogi. Just move them around in there. Make sure they're all settled in. Let it simmer for, like I said, another 6 to 8 minutes or so. And then we'll add the spinach, let it wilt, and we're ready to eat. I'll be right back. Last step before we eat, folks. Thanks for coming back. So let me show you this. Look how nice and thick that's getting. That's a nice creamy white sauce. Like I said, you got to keep mixing it up if you have the cream in there and with the sour cream. Last step. Let's add our spinach. Again, about 2 cups. You can go more, you can go less. It's up to you. And what we want to do with the spinach right now is mix it in and just get it a little bit wilted, and we'll be ready to eat. Look at that. That is a sweet looking soup. Creamy pierogi soup for your fall calendar. I'm gonna see you over at the workstation because we're gonna try this. I'm ready to eat. How about you? Oh, wait, one more thing. Feel free to liberally go with pepper. You don't have to, but I do. There you go. I'll see you over at the workstation. Hey, welcome back. This is the perfect time, my favorite time. It's test time. I can't wait to test this. Creamy pierogi soup. Got pierogi, got kielbasa, got onion, it's got carrots, it's got, oh my goodness, spinach, creams. So here's what you want to do. You can eat it normal and regular if you want. I like to go ahead and juice it up a little bit. Take a little bit of cheddar cheese. Sprinkle that on the top. And I want to take a little bit of scallion, a little bit of green onion. Sprinkle that on the top. And let's try this puppy. I can't wait. I hope you enjoy this because I think, grab a little pierogi. Oh, look at that kielbasa. Oh boy. This is going to warm your heart, warm your belly. It's going to warm your whole body. This is the kind of soup you want to make on those cold. Oh, that's good. Fall days. Creamy pierogi soup by Mike Oski's Kitchen. Oh my, is it good. I'm going to keep eating. Oh man, is that good. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. Look, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this. I appreciate you showing up and dealing with me. But hey, look, I want to show you guys how to make some dishes to put down on your tables for your family. You cook it, they'll come. Thanks for checking in. Share this with your family and friends. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that little red button. We're building an army of chefs. Thanks again. I love you, and thank you for being here. And in my own special Polish way, na zdrowie.